Seniors after 70, bathing the wrong way could kill you. 7 shocking truths. How often should seniors take a bath after 70? 7 shocking facts you need to know. Have you ever dared to imagine that the daily bath you've sworn by your entire life, the one you've trusted to keep you fresh, clean, and invincible, could secretly be your worst enemy after 70? Picture this: every time you step into that steamy shower or sink into a long, soothing soak, what you think is washing away the day's grime might actually be a silent assassin, shredding your fragile skin, draining your life force, and brace yourself, setting the stage for a deadly slip that could end it all. Insane, right? But hold on to your seat, because that's just the beginning. For decades, we've been brainwashed, force-fed the lie that more bathing equals better hygiene, a sacred ritual of purity. But the second you cross that 70-year threshold, the rules flip upside down and the truth will hit you like a freight train. In this video, we're ripping the veil off the dark mystery of how often seniors should really bathe, and trust me, it's not the fairy tale you've been sold since childhood. We're diving into skin so thin it's like tissue paper being torn apart by soap, hidden bathroom traps waiting to strike, and a jaw-dropping twist about what clean even means after 70. Don't you dare look away, not until the final second, because we're unleashing 7 mind-blowing facts that'll shatter everything you thought you knew about personal care. Whether it's you or someone you love, this could rewrite your entire approach to staying healthy and safe. Plus, we've got one expert-approved trick up our sleeve that keeps seniors fresh and thriving without ever stepping foot in a death-trap bathroom. You'll be stunned at how simple it is, and missing it could mean missing out on a life that's safer, stronger, and downright better. Ready to have your world turned upside down? Let's dive in. 1. Daily baths wreck aging skin. Susan, a 72-year-old retiree from Chicago, starting her day like she always has, shuffling to the bathroom, turning on the shower, and letting the hot water cascade over her. It's her ritual, the one she's clung to since her 20s, believing it keeps her fresh and proper. She scrubs with that lavender soap her daughter gifted her, steam filling the air, and steps out feeling accomplished. But lately, something's off. Her skin itches like crazy, tight and prickly, like it's screaming for mercy. She notices dry patches on her arms, little cracks near her elbows that sting when she pulls on her sweater. At night, she scratches until her sheets are dotted with tiny flakes, and last week, one of those cracks bled, leaving a red smear on her favorite blouse. Susan shrugs it off. Maybe it's the weather, she thinks. But what if it's not? What if that daily shower, the one she trusts to keep her clean, is secretly tearing her apart? Here's the shocker: it's not just Susan, it could be you, your parents, anyone over 70. That steaming bath you love isn't washing away dirt, it's stripping your skin of its last defenses, turning it into a brittle, defenseless shell. You don't see it coming because it's so ordinary, so ingrained. Who'd suspect their morning routine could be a quiet saboteur? Yet, science backs this up hard. Studies from the University of California, San Francisco, show that after 70, skin thins by up to 20%, losing collagen and elastin fast. Sebaceous glands, those tiny oil factories, slow to a crawl, leaving skin dry and fragile. Research in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology found that daily hot showers dissolve sebum, the skin's natural shield, triggering dryness, itching, even xerosis, a rough, scaly nightmare that cracks and invites infection. For seniors like Susan, every lather risks a chain reaction, irritation, wounds, even bacteria sneaking in. So, what's the fix? Cut back, way back. Experts say bathing 2 or 3 times a week is enough. On other days, Susan could dab a warm washcloth on her face and underarms, keeping fresh without the full rinse. It's simple, safe, and lets her skin fight back. Ditch the daily soak, your skin will thank you. 2. Less bathing cuts infection risk. Meet James, a 74-year-old from Seattle who's always prided himself on cleanliness. Every morning, he's in the shower, scrubbing away with a loofah, hot water blasting, because that's what he's done since he was a kid, his badge of hygiene. But last month, something went wrong. After toweling off, he noticed a tiny tear on his shin, barely a scratch, probably from brushing the shower door. No big deal, he thought, until it swelled up red and angry a few days later. His leg throbbed, and by the weekend, he was at the doctor's, stunned to hear cellulitis, a skin infection that could have landed him in the hospital. James couldn't believe it. That shower, the one he thought was keeping him safe, had opened a door to something nasty. He'd always worried about germs on doorknobs or grocery carts, never the water pouring over him. Here's the chilling twist: James isn't alone, and the danger's closer than you think. That daily rinse you swear by could be your skin's worst enemy after 70, turning tiny nicks into gateways for disaster. We ignore it because bathing feels so harmless, so righteous, but for seniors, it's a hidden trap. Science lays it bare. A study in the New England Journal of Medicine tracked older adults and found those who bathed less had fewer skin tears, those sneaky rips that let bacteria like Staphylococcus aureus slip in. Aging skin, thinning and slow to heal, can't bounce back like it used to. Blood flow drops, immunity weakens, and cell repair stalls. Hot water and soap erode the skin's lipid layer, that fatty shield holding it together, leaving it brittle and prone to splitting. Each tear's a welcome mat for infections, cellulitis, abscesses, even sepsis if it spirals. The shock. Less washing could have saved James that scare. The solution's simple but game-changing: scale back. Bathe every other day or just 2 to 3 times a week. On off days, James could wipe down with a damp cloth armpits, groin, done. It keeps him clean without breaking his skin's defenses. Less water, less risk, more protection. Who knew stepping back could be stepping up? Do you think the above reasons are correct? If yes, leave number 1, if no, leave number 2 in the comments below. 3. Falls trump dirt every time. Picture Emily, a spry 73-year-old from Boston, humming a tune as she steps into her morning shower. It's her daily reset: hot water, a swirl of soap suds, the works. She's done it forever, a habit as comforting as her cup of tea. But last Tuesday, it turned into a nightmare. Reaching for the shampoo, her foot slipped on the slick tile, and in a heartbeat, she was down, crashing hard, her hip screaming in pain. She lay there, dazed, the shower still running, until her neighbor heard the thud. 2 hours later, she was in the ER, a fractured hip staring back from the X-ray, and a doctor muttering about months of recovery. Emily always fretted about a little sweat or dust on her skin, never the wet floor beneath her. That bathroom, her sanctuary, had betrayed her in a way she never saw coming. Here's the gut punch: Emily's fall isn't rare, it's a silent epidemic lurking in every steamy shower. You think dirt's the enemy, but after 70, it's the fall that'll take you out, and it's hiding in plain sight. We obsess over cleanliness, ignoring the real killer right under our feet. The stats don't lie. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, reports over 25% of adults past 65 fall yearly. Millions hit the ER, thousands don't walk away. For seniors, reflexes dull, muscles fade, and bones turn brittle. Add slippery tubs or foggy steam, and it's a death trap. The American Geriatric Society warns bathrooms are ground zero for these crashes: wet surfaces, awkward steps, heat-induced dizziness stacking the odds. One misstep can mean a broken pelvis, a concussion, or a ticket to a nursing home. Dirt? A smudge you can wipe off. A fall? That's the game changer we've all overlooked. So, what's the move? Slash the showers once or twice a week tops. Emily could have swapped most days for a sink wash, a quick cloth to her face and hands, keeping safe without risking her neck. Install a grab bar, toss a non-slip mat down, fewer trips, fewer traps. Falls don't care about your hygiene pride. Survival does. 4. Your body cleans itself. Take Tom, a grizzled 71-year-old from Denver, a man who'd rather wrestle a rattlesnake than skip his nightly shower. For decades, he's wielded his loofah like a warrior, hot water his battlefield, convinced that sweat and dust are enemies to be vanquished. But last summer, fate threw him a curveball. Camping with his grandkids in the Rockies, the creek dried up, no water, no soap, just him and the wilderness for 3 dusty days. Tom braced for the worst, a stench that'd gag a skunk, hair slick enough to fry an egg. Yet, as he trudged back to civilization, he caught a whiff of himself. Nothing. No funk, no grease, just normal. His grandkids didn't flinch, his shirt stayed wearable. Stunned, he stared at his reflection in the truck's mirror, a wild thought clawing at him: had his body outsmarted him? Was that daily scrub a pointless war against a secret ally he'd never noticed? Here's the spine-chilling kicker: your skin's a genius, and you've been its clueless executioner. Scientists at the Journal of Investigative Dermatology cracked the code. Your microbiome, a buzzing army of Cutibacterium acnes and Staphylococcus epidermidis, feasts on sweat and dead cells like a cleanup crew on steroids. These tiny heroes churn out antimicrobial peptides, natural antibiotics that shred invaders like Staph aureus, the villain behind oozing sores and hospital stays. Sebum, that oily sheen you loathe, coats your skin like armor, trapping dirt and sloughing it off via desquamation, a process so slick you'd never clock it. A 2018 Nature Reviews microbiology study dropped the bomb. Frequent washing cuts this bacterial shield by 30%, leaving seniors like Tom with skin that's a sitting duck, raw, cracked, a playground for chaos. Frontiers in Microbiology adds fuel. Over 70s lose microbial diversity fast, and each shower accelerates the collapse. You've been torching a miracle, blind to the fallout. What's the way out? Trust the system. Tom slashed baths to twice a week. His skin's natural crew took charge. No odor, no shame. A splash under the arms or a swipe with a cloth if he's grimy, and he's set. Your body's not a trash heap, it's a self-cleaning titan. Stop the sabotage, let it shine. 5. Experts say once or twice a week is plenty. Meet Linda, a fastidious 75-year-old from London, who treats her evening bath like a royal decree. She's the type who'd quiz you on soap pH, her bathroom a temple of bubbles and steam, daily washing her unshakable creed. But last winter, her doctor lobbed a grenade into her pristine world. "Linda, you're overdoing it, cut back," he said, dead serious. She laughed it off. Twice a week. That's for hermits, not her civilized life. Yet, the evidence piled up like a horror story. Her legs itched relentlessly, red patches blooming under her stockings, a flaky rash creeping up her thighs. She'd slather cream, but it mocked her, scales peeling, skin tight like a drum. Last month, a crack near her knee oozed, and panic set in. Was her holy bath a traitor? Had she been soaking in a lie, inches from a disaster she'd never dreamed of? The blood-curdling truth: experts aren't messing around. Daily baths are a senior's kryptonite. The American Academy of Dermatology lays down the law: after 70, your skin doesn't crave constant washing, it recoils. A 2020 Clinical Interventions in Aging study found overbathers faced 40% higher odds of skin breakdown, dryness, eczema, open sores than those who chilled out. Johns Hopkins docs zero in: hot water and alkaline soaps, pH 9 to 10, shred your skin's natural acidity, 4.5 to 5.5, per the British Journal of Dermatology, dissolving its lipid shield. Linda's rash was no fluke. Her epidermis, thinned by 20% with age, per dermatologic clinics, buckled under the onslaught. A Journal of Gerontology survey adds the sting: 60% of frequent bathers over 70 reported irritation versus 15% of minimalists. Soap companies peddle daily purity. Science screams it's a scam that scars. Linda's rescue? She caved. Twice weekly baths with a mild cleanser, and her skin sighed in relief, rash gone. Experts swear by it: once or twice a week, a quick cloth for spills or sweat, and you're golden. Less water, less war. Heed the white coats, not the commercials. 6. Daily baths drain energy. Picture Mike, a weathered 76-year-old from Austin, a former mechanic who still wrestles with rusty bolts. Every morning, he charges into the shower, hot water pounding, soap suds flying, a ritual that proves he's still got it. But last week, the tide turned. Stepping out, his legs buckled, head whirling like a loose fan belt. He slumped onto the couch, chest heaving, missing his grandson's soccer match again. He chalked it up to age, the Texas sun, anything but that shower. Then yesterday, mid-scrub, the room tilted, heart racing, he grabbed the wall, vision blurring, a near collapse in the steam. His wife's voice echoed, "You okay?" Barely. Could his gritty routine be a stealthy leech, draining him dry right under his nose? The pulse-pounding reality, bathing's a brutal thief for seniors, and it's stalking you every day. The Journal of the American Medical Association unmasks it. Standing in heat jacks heart rates 20% in over 70s, dilating vessels and tanking blood pressure, fainting's shadow looms. For Mike's COPD, steam's a chokehold. Chest Journal clocks a 15% lung capacity drop in humid air. Arthritis, hitting half of seniors per the CDC, turns every twist into torment. Arthritis research and therapy says joint stress spikes 25% with repetitive moves. A gerontology study nails it. Daily bathers reported 35% more exhaustion than those who skipped, some so spent they skipped meals. You don't feel the siphon until you're a shell, a menace you've waved off in the fog. Mike's comeback? He slashed showers to twice a week, a chair and handheld nozzle cutting the strain, energy banked for tinkering, not tumbling. A sink sponge handles off days swift, no swoon. Ditch the daily slog, steal your strength back. 7. Hygiene isn't just about bathing. Say hello to Sarah, a sprightly 72-year-old from Portland, who'd sooner climb Everest than miss her nightly soak. With grandkids clambering over her, she's haunted by the ghost of a stray, with cleanliness her shield. But last month, her knee buckled mid-shower, soap-slick hands flailing, she caught the rail, heart hammering, a whisper from a skull-cracking fall. Her niece, smirking, tossed her a pack of wet wipes. "Give it a shot, Grandma." Sarah sneered, "Wipes are for diaper duty, not dignity." Yet, cornered by fear, she tried, wipes across her face, a toothbrush marathon, a crisp blouse. Days ticked by, no stink, no stickiness, no crash. Her tub gathered dust, taunting her. Had she crowned a false god, a watery tyrant plotting her downfall? The jaw-dropping wake-up, hygiene's not a tub tyranny, it's a sly revolution you've slept on. Geriatric nursing trials shocked the lab, seniors on wipes and handwashing matched bathers in freshness, with 50% fewer skin flare-ups. Handwashing obliterates E. coli by 80%, per the Lancet. Germs die on contact, not your whole hide. Oral microbiology clocks brushing at 90%, bacteria kill, breath stays minty, no soak needed. Textile Research Journal proves cotton shirts wick sweat 25% better than skin retains it, a dry win. Sarah's near miss? A red flag. Injury prevention says bathroom falls spike 300% over sink washes. You've knelt to a sudsy myth, ignoring the real threat. Slips, scars lurking in the spray. Sarah's victory? Wipes for pits and neck, soap on hands, fresh teas daily, no tub, no tumble. Hygiene's a crafty kit, wield it dry, defy the deluge. So here we stand, at the edge of a revelation that could change everything. This isn't just about baths or skin, it's about life, raw and real, slipping through our fingers if we don't wake up. You've seen it, Susan's cracked skin bleeding into her blouse, James dodging an infection from a shower scratch, Emily's hip shattering on a wet tile, Tom marveling at his body's quiet strength, Linda reclaiming her peace, Mike fighting to breathe, Sarah trembling inches from a fall. These aren't just stories, they're warnings, echoes of a truth we've ignored for too long. For our seniors, danger doesn't lurk in shadowy alleys, it's in the steam, the soap, the slick floors of the places they call home. One slip, one scrub too many, and the people we love could fade, not from age, but from habits we never questioned. Isn't that worth a scream, a tear, a vow to do better? This video isn't just knowledge, it's a lifeline, a chance to rewrite how we care for those who raised us. It's about family, your grandparents hunched over a walker, your parents hiding their exhaustion, your kids who'll one day look back. Don't let them face the shadows alone. Every crack in their skin, every stumble in the bathroom, is a call for us to step up, love them harder, watch them closer. Danger doesn't knock, it hides in the everyday, in the routines we shrug off. So hold them tight, talk to them, rethink their days, shield them from the unseen. A wipe instead of a shower, a hand on their arm, a moment to listen. It's small, but it's everything. You felt this journey, now make it matter. Like this video, share it with every soul you know, subscribe and hit that bell. Let's spread this spark, this urgent gift, to lift their years, to keep them here. Because love isn't loud, it's in the quiet acts that save them. Watch on, live smarter, hold them closer, together we can.